No lineup decisions yet. The guys are on the ice, so we'll make that decision when I have more information. And
does that include goalie?
Includes goalie. Obviously, Owen in. I mean, that would be the addition from the other day.
Don, how much do you always have? You're always worried about the start, but how much do you have to watch the start in this game, given the way the outdoor game went, thinking they're really going to be hot for this game?
Yeah, I think. I mean, we're in an extremely competitive business, and that factors in, I think, everybody's mentality, psyche as they prepare for tonight. This is, geographically, it's made for a rivalry, Buffalo and Toronto, and the outdoor game, was a home game for us, but it was in Canada, and the outcome favored us. So I'm sure there's lots of people that remember that very well, and foremost of the team we're playing. And there are a bunch of competitive people over there. I know that. We know that, and we also know they're pretty darn good. So, yeah, it's easy to know our guys are aware of how intense this game can be right at the drop of the puck.
Knowing Austin as you do, how fired up do you expect him to be based on how last game ended, and how would you just describe his competitiveness overall?
Yeah, it's actually great you bring that up because, having been with him and known him for as long as I have, I do know that, he was pretty ticked off at the end of last game. And I'm sure he has carried that right into puck drop tonight, and he's hot. So yeah, it's a combination that I've been on the other side of a lot and very familiar with it. And now to be on the other side, I can tell you it's going to be a challenge.
Have you ever seen that sort of physicality or frustration that he showed in that outdoor game? Have you seen that?
Yeah. I mean, he's got a burn to play, and he does not like not succeeding. So, yeah, I've seen him be that intense and over the years. Yes.
He was always a top prospect, but did you expect this? Did you see signs that he can do what he's doing?
The scary thing is I see signs that he can do more. That's, yeah, I mean, and signs when he was a kid that, he's definitely a special player. And, I was glad to have him for 2 years, and as young as he was. But as I said here before, he scored the number of goals he scored. A lot of questions. Does this surprise you or that surprise you? Nothing surprises me with him. His talent is still untapped.
What were those signs, I guess, 6-7 years ago?
Dominance. One of the biggest signs, which was interesting, there's not many players where the peer group, when he would touch a puck, I would nudge our assistant coaches, when we first started see it happening, our entire bench would start to lean forward to watch when he would touch a puck. And his entire peer group, and that doesn't happen. Not very often, but that was just an indicator of what a special talent, he is. But yeah, lots of signs. The internal drive, the athleticism. I mean, you could go on and on. It's no surprise to me that he's doing what he's doing.
Were you kind of taking Owen's temperature a little before he went on the ice, or you kind of leaving him alone, or how did you?
Yeah, more leaving him alone. I mean, I trust. I've watched him enough over the years and got to know him enough that there has to be a trust from my side. He needs games like this. He needs environments like this, and he'll keep. The more we can get him in situations like this, the faster his acclimation is going to be. You think of a lot of times you say development, and these guys will always develop, but in this case it's acclimation. I mean, he's you're talking about two players in Austin Matthews and Owen Power, and you just need as coach that talent. It's less about development and more about acclimation. I mean, when you can get them in situations, say against Austin or against players, they'll figure out how to acclimate because they're talented. And so it's not that I have to teach them how to do that. It's get him in that situation, he'll figure it out intuitively. And then obviously there's other things you can coach and work to help them develop. But a big part of when you have guys that skilled are getting them in situations that they can then acclimate to.
What do you appreciate about how Rasmus Dalen approaches matchups like the one he's going to face tonight, sharing the ice with a guy like Austin?
Yeah, no, I would like that matchup. That would be great. And just Dawes is I think everybody's coming to see how competitive both those guys are. And Dawes I'm with every day, and I can tell you he's an ultra competitor. So he wants the toughest matchup there is. He asks for it. So he'll be ready to play, and I'm sure anybody getting a ticket tonight will enjoy the talent that's out on that ice. And there's a lot of young guys that are really the future. There's a lot of talent in the present, obviously. That there's excitement into tonight's game, but we're going to see a lot of these young guys be high-end talent in this league for a lot of years.
It's hard to imagine Austin being better. You said that's the scary thing. He can be better. How much better could he possibly be from what you see?
Yeah, he can. He's driven to be better, and he will. And all these top guys that are young and at his age, he's still young. And he can be better, and I'm sure he will. So yeah.
Thank you.